Hey yo, what's good? It's DeeKnow here, and we're back with another crazy video full of clips from all over the world. I hope everybody's doing well today. Let's hop right into it.
Breaking news, they've officially passed a bill banning TikTok. The bill, which is titled, quote, Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. Last week, the bill unanimously passed. However, the bill still needs to receive a floor vote in the House of Representatives this week. If the bill passes the House and the Senate, President said he would sign off on the bill as well. Ban, take a listen.
CCP-controlled TikTok has claimed this bill is an outright ban. It is not. We have given TikTok a clear choice. Divest from your parent company and remain operational in the United States, or side with the Chinese and face a ban. The choice is theirs.
In addition, the app store that violates the legislation could be fined based on the number of users of the banned app. It says that it's a $5,000 fine per user of the banned app. With that said, TikTok, Apple, and Google could be potentially facing a fine of up to $850 billion each. Again, basically this bill is the U.S. forcing China to sell their stake in TikTok. If they do not want to sell, U.S. wants to ban the app fully.
Man, that's wild to me. I just don't get it. Whatever though, if they want to ban TikTok, they're gonna ban TikTok.
Meek Mill still yapping, and he just got denied by the African community, bro. So Meek Mill said that he's gonna move to Ghana because America is made to tear the black man down. Why them folks said they don't tolerate no fiddling over there? They told that man, you is better off in America, bro, because you come over here, boy, you will be prosecuted. Like, bro, this man is talking about everything but his innocence. He's been yapping for days now, bro. He's been yapping for days. Talking about he hired private investigators to find out who are causing these cyber attacks against black artists and leaders. I'm telling you, bro, it's either like now that the cat's out the bag, he's just wilding at this point. Because he made a sus post about Future too, talking about why did you do this to me? Like, straight, I promise you, he said it just like that, with the long E's, bro. Everything this man posts now is just sus. Meek Mill, bro. I don't know what's going on with you, bro. I hope you find help, bro.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that whole situation except for the couple of clips I've seen. I mean, I ain't gonna get into Diddy, but we all know he's into some weird stuff, man.
This right here is why they want to ban TikTok. Is this app really a threat to America as we know it, or are we just learning way too much way too fast? On TikTok, you get a front row seat to see everything that's happening in America, including seeing what lawmakers are doing with our tax dollars, how capitalism is leading to the downfall of our society as people are struggling to make ends meet, working paycheck to paycheck. All of this has caused people to form their own opinions, organize boycotts, organize ways of thinking that do not benefit the powers that be, and they do not like it. To get into specifics, what people are calling the TikTok ban bill requires that any company found to be controlled by a foreign adversary must be divested within 180 days, meaning that ByteDance, which is a Chinese company, would have to sell TikTok within 180 days. If they don't, then TikTok will be banned in America because US-based app stores and web hosting services will be prohibited from providing the app to the public. And even though TikTok was singled out in this bill, really this bill goes for any app that the US government deems as being owned by a foreign adversary. The reason why there is such a push to ban TikTok is because supposedly it's a grave threat to U.S. national security due to its Chinese ownership, and they're worried that TikTok could be used to influence U.S. public opinion or harness user data to spy on Americans. Lawmakers are especially concerned about public opinion since it's also election year. In theory, the keyword being theory, propaganda could be planted in the app that could not only influence public opinion, but determine the outcome of the election. Now, the House is set to vote on this bill tomorrow. However, even if it does pass, which it is looking like it will, the Senate might give the bill some resistance because there are some congressmen that are trying to come up with alternative proposals, which may work in TikTok's favor. Let's all pray that free speech does not go out of style.
Nah, the bill passed, but it's still gotta get through the Senate. and it's got to get through being signed. It's got to get through everything. So
Vote, the yeas are 352, the nays are 65. One present, 2/3 being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended. The bill is passed. And without the objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
The bill seriously undermines civil liberties by essentially banning a platform that 150 million Americans use to engage in free speech and expression. A statewide TikTok ban has already been paused by a federal judge on First Amendment grounds.
Yeah, let's just give Facebook more power, why don't we?
You know, we're sitting here with phones made in China. We're wearing suits made in China. We drove cars here with chips that are made in China. And they're our foreign adversary. And by golly, we're going to do something about it. What are we going to do? We're going to tell Americans they can't put a piece of software on their computer. They can't go to certain websites that the president designates. So I urge my colleagues to oppose this well-intentioned bill because it will have bad consequences, and I yield back the balance of my time. We need warrants in the FISA program. Our government shouldn't be able to spy on Americans without a warrant, yet they are. Let's bring that to the floor and vote on it. These are the kind of cures we need, not the bill that's offered here today.
Get 'em.
The bill that's offered here today, even though I know it's offered genuinely, it could also be named the Facebook Protection and Enhancement
Get 'em.
Act, because it's not the American people who are going to benefit most from this. It will be Facebook. Their stock is going to go up if this bill should pass the Senate. Now, what are some ways that we could improve this bill? Well, it should at least have a sunset. I mean, that's the only reason we're able to debate whether FISA should have warrants in it, because it sunsets. And what have we observed? FISA's been abused. That's my concern with this TikTok ban. It will be abused. If it's just banning TikTok and ByteDance and copies of that, why does it need to be 13 pages long?
It doesn't.
And I know they say it doesn't ban it. It forces divestiture of the company. This sounds like when American companies try to do business in third world countries and a dictator says, well, you can do business here. You just got to give me your company. And now you can continue to do business. We wouldn't let another country take over Ford Motor Company for selling Ford cars in their country.
Nope.
Yet that's what we're wanting to do here. And again, you know, this is a cure that is worse than the disease. Who's going to be prosecuted by this bill? Is it ByteDance or TikTok? Will they be taken to court? No. I mean, they're the target of this, but how do you elicit or effect a ban on them? By prosecuting Americans. The only way you can ban TikTok and the other companies from being here is to say what this bill says, which is we will bring civil action. The government will bring a civil action suit against you if you so much as host them here. If you have an app store that allows them to be here, you're an American or an American company, and you will be the target of this bill. Those are the only people who can be pursued under this bill. And I know it's in order to go after TikTok, or so they say.
Man spoke nothing but a whole bunch of facts. This is just a Trojan horse for them to be able to control everything online and on your phone and on your TV.
This app is so much more than just an app for dumb TikTok dances. So when I hear these elected officials literally mock and make fun of TikTok and its creators, I'm disgusted.
The message that I really want to get home to the American government and everybody that is trying to pass this bill is you will be destroying small businesses like us. This is our livelihood. If you pass this bill, you will be destroying the American dream that we really believe in.
Yeah, there's so many small businesses that like do all of their advertising and get all of their sales by going through TikTok to get their customer base, and yeah, it's gonna hurt.
terrorist threat level that we're contending with right now is at a whole nother level that we were seeing even before October 7th. You've seen a veritable rogues gallery of foreign terrorist organizations calling for terrorist attacks against us.
Basically telling this country to prepare for a terror attack.
America, prepare now. They are already here. This is the latest warning from FBI Director Wray as terrorist threats to the U.S. have reached a whole other level. The FBI Director Wray warns this coming out in just the last 24 hours. And take a look. It's all across the news media outlets. Terrorists using fake IDs to cross the border raises red flags for FBI Director. FBI Director warns of dangerous individuals coming across the southern border. The 6 intelligence chiefs testified of worldwide threats on Monday, and FBI Director Wray says that he is concerned about border crossers launching another 9/11 terrorist attack in the United States and warns human trafficking cells they have ties directly to ISIS. Now, as I mentioned, this is coming out all across the news in the last 24 hours, but I'm going to be sharing with you the actual video footage so you can see it for yourself and know exactly what is going on. And in addition to that, if you want to prepare and plan now, I got a video sponsor that can help you out, but a little bit more on that later on in the video. But let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest. And before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, smash that like button, hit subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot.
Alright, I have a very small update on the case of Rabia Mubali, the woman that left her 3-year-old child on the brink of death inside of their apartment. If you were unaware of this case, in January of 2024, Ohio police walked into an apartment and found an extremely emaciated 3-year-old girl covered in bug bites and weighing just 16 pounds. The entire apartment was covered in trash, old food, feces, rodents, cockroaches, and this little girl was found in a room huddled in a corner next to a urine and feces soaked bed. Again, this little 3-year-old girl weighed just 16 pounds when she was found, and the average weight for a 3-year-old little girl is 30 pounds. Hospital staff that are caring for this little girl have confirmed that she's making progress and is gaining weight and now weighs at least 23 pounds. The hospital staff has confirmed that she has made remarkable improvements over the past week. She's beginning to interact with the staff by displaying choices, making intentional movements, and is now tracking with her eyes at all times. They have also added that she has been very responsive, continues to gain strength, and she can now sit up in a wheelchair and a high chair. This is obviously incredible news, but it's also so heartbreaking because it really shows how bad her condition was when she was found. The child's mother, 25-year-old Rabia Mubali, is currently in jail on a $500,000 bond. It has not been confirmed who the little girl will be released to when she recovers, if she has any family members or anything like that that can take her in. So as of right now, she is in the custody of Ohio State. As of right now, that is all the information that's been released to the public, but I do want to keep a close eye on this case, so I will update you guys on here as soon as more information is released.
No, if the family wasn't there to see that, then the family doesn't need to be there to pick up after that, because that is not okay. Yep. I've been telling people all of that stuff is real because people keep telling me in the comments, like, no, they can't use that stuff. That stuff's not even real. That's CGI. No, dude, it's all real stuff. It's just, is it practical yet? Not really. Who has it? Mostly military and science teams.
So in your estimation, there could be subliminals that are being put out.
100%. It's definitely happening.
Do you have secondhand knowledge of that, or did you actually see briefings on it?
No, I've seen, I was part of a project one time in Los Alamos. Well, it wasn't owned by Los Alamos, but was associated with a corporation there that dealt with frequency control, mind control, and cellular frequency control to make you angry or to make you sad or to, manipulate you in a way that this would happen.
It's talking about real technology. I've played quite a few people talking about it. They've referred to it as V2K.
Month or so. How about this one? People counting. You want to take a deep dive into your dystopian future under the digital surveillance state? It's right here. This little board here tells you how many times people have come through the park. Essentially, it tells you how many unconnected Wi-Fi devices there are in. So that would be everyone's phone. This is telling you how many people are in the park at the moment. So once again, imagine a lockdown scenario, another emergency, another COVID outbreak, or monkeypox, or whatever you like. You name it, we'll make it up. 6 devices in this park at the moment. That's down 50% for normal. Your local government, your state government, your federal government might want it to be none. And this will tell you, these sensors up in this light, the Wi-Fi connections, they're all interlocked. There will be facial recognition cameras in there. So, don't think you're just going to leave your phone at home. The cameras will pick you up in future. All seems very innocuous, but the reality here is what we are seeing is the very real and very, very, in my view, concerning future for how we go. These areas are all going to be geofenced, and there's going to be more data about you out there and what you do per day. And I hear people saying, I've got no problem with any of this, I don't do anything wrong. Well, that all depends on whether or not your government has the same viewpoint as you. And we've seen this played out in the last 18 months through the COVID period. I've got to tell you, I don't like this at all. Looks pretty innocuous, but to me, there's a bigger, badder future that comes with it. Make sure you're thinking about this, make sure you're talking to your friends about it, and make sure you're telling your politicians that you don't want a social credit style system like currently rolling out over in China with the CCP. We don't want to go anywhere near this. I have a bad feeling this is where we're headed.
Like I've been saying since the first video where I started talking on the microphone and getting on the video camera, the social system is on its way. It's not good. Now, isn't that something?
Well, New Yorkers, you may have to rename that New York strip steak to New York strip plant-based product because the mayor wants you to stop eating meat, and he is going to track you to make sure of it. Last month, the mayor announced an initiative called the Greenhouse Gas Inventory. It's a tracking system designed to assign a point value to everything done in New York City. It does not account for crime, like what is the, carbon.
Is that for real? Y'all about to have a social credit system up there like that? No. That is amazing.
Oh, he's got this one. He's lucky. He's got this one. Yeah, he's got that. Easy, 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 easy!
He's screaming at dude in the plane like he can hear him. That's wild, man. I don't know that he needs to be flying that.
Do you think we need to worry about what they're putting in our electronics?
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you one example. I bought this awesome vacuum and mop that's in one. It's an all-in-one vacuum mop called Tinico. And it completely connects to a Chinese server to transmit and receive information. Like I made a joke out of it. I actually have a video of it where you could turn the audio on for it. Like when you plug it in, it says charging started, charging stopped. So like when you put it on and off, I could control that with my computer through a Chinese cloud server. There's no reason that vacuum and mop should connect to a Chinese cloud infrastructure whatsoever, but it does. And at any point, they could change the way that functionality works and take over my home network with this vacuum mop.
Man.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to look at it, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. But like, he is the guy that would know. He is the guy that would know.
This YouTuber was sentenced to 10 years in prison for possession of. This story is really disturbing, and I'm going to show you some court transcripts, so viewer discretion is advised. So Austin Jones was a YouTuber that was known for making a cappella covers of emo songs and pop songs. And in April of 2015, Warped Tour actually announced that he would be on tour with them. So at that point in his life, Austin was becoming famous, and that got to his head. And the real Austin soon creeped out. So when Austin was first announced as being a guest on Warped Tour, that's when the accusations about him started. People came out and said that he had been messaging minors online, asking them for twerking videos. And this quickly led to a petition being started that got over 4,000 signatures to have him removed from Warped Tour. Now, immediately, Austin went on the defensive. He released a statement saying, "Yes, I did ask fans for twerking videos, but sometimes I'd send them videos too." And he said nothing ever went beyond asking for that. He also then made a video saying, "Yes, I did do this. I did ask fans for twerking videos, blah, blah, blah." But then talked about how he'd been depressed, he had a bad life growing up, more crap. But in 2017, Austin was arrested in Chicago, and that's when the world really got to find out just how terrible this guy was. So I'm going to show you some of the transcripts from court showing his actual messages to minors. Like, look at some of this stuff he says here. "Hey Austin, it's my name, and this butt is age years old," and then make it clap for 30 seconds. I seriously recommend you pausing this TikTok to read these paragraphs because they're crazy. But he basically was asking these, young girls to make twerk videos. But he wasn't just asking for that. He was asking for a lot more. Some of these chats got extremely, extremely graphic. And he would make very specific requests of these teenage girls. I mean, I'm not going to read some of this stuff out loud, but just read some of these first paragraphs. And in some of these videos, he would specifically request that these minors state how old they are over and over again. I mean, actually reading this and reading his messages to these girls is so disturbing. And the sad part about all this is that he did get these minors to actually send him these videos, so he had a massive collection of CP at the time of his arrest. Now, the one silver lining in the story is that this pedophile was caught and he was arrested and he was sentenced, but only for 10 years in prison. And I think for how much he screwed up these young girls' lives, he should have gotten a lot more.
A whole lot more. And if anyone ever finds out why he's in there, it will be a whole lot more.
You remember net neutrality, right? That's the regulation that keeps providers like AT&T and Comcast from playing favorites with our internet speeds based on how much we pay. Well, about a dozen states made their own net neutrality rules, mostly because during lockdown, we all needed to binge Tiger King and work from Zoom. But now the FCC is voting whether or not to bring back the federal rule. And as you might guess, the broadband providers are ready to fight.
I bet that they are. super cool technology. Also really scary that it's probably way better than that now.
I'm telling you. Yes, I'm telling you. Look, later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts. Right. It hurts people and they don't want to hear that shit. But I'm trying to tell you, nigga asked me, could he take me shopping? And it fucked me up because I'm looking like, what the fuck did this nigga just say? I want to take you shopping. I got a bankroll on this motherfucker. I want to take you shopping. Why? Because when you walk around looking so motherfucking good, I want to feel like, God damn it, that motherfucker with me. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. But when a nigga tell me he want to take me shopping, what the fuck is the matter with this nigga?
Wait, hold on. Well, where was this at?
This was at the wedding. Right after the wedding.
It's wild. It's gonna keep on. There's gonna be so much more that comes out. That's what he lived in? It's actually a pretty nice place. I bet it looked real nice when it was newer.
Ooh! No, I can't. Alright, I usually don't record while I'm on the job. But this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. I'm here at work. I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys. All right. Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky shit, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe him until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there. Just Ooh, okay. See, no. It just follows me no matter what.
I don't like that. That's actually kind of terrifying, dude. Like, I don't know that I'd stay working there, man.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're
No,
the best.
I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You've proven it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't People say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him 50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down 50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Can I need another one? You here, get you another one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Goodness. Cat just going all out on everybody. He just, everywhere he's going lately, he's just going all out. Like, you need to look at this stuff he's talking about. I don't care if you think it's a distraction. You need to look at that stuff. That's some wild stuff he's saying.
What I'm saying is, everybody responding, but ain't nobody calling him a liar. And they can't call him a liar because he really has receipts. He got them all responding. But you know what interests me the most though? Is I can't find no pictures of Cat Williams with Diddy. But you know who I can find? Tiffany Haddish. I mean, everybody he was speaking about. Cedric the Entertainer. I mean, we got Kevin Hart 100 times with him. We got Steve Harvey with the fro. And I know y'all probably wondering like, well, they just pictures, but it's the same with the Epstein Island list. You mean to tell me these folks was on this island, but they ain't know what he was doing? It's the same way you mean to tell me these folks friends with this man be at his house and don't know what he be doing? And they must be real good friends to let somebody your age date your daughter. We got Faison out to eat with him. We got Ludacris. They must really used to be tight. Right around the time DC got Hollywood Squares. I like them colors too, they remind me of something. Oprah gonna come on here next. We even got Oprah with Diddy. How that happen? Seem like they pretty close if you ask me. Why is Kanye looking like that? Still looking for the light. Can't find Cat Williams in one though. But everybody else for some weird reason.
Let's just move right along, like I was saying before that clip played.
Check this out, you guys. This was caught over in Mexico. I don't know what this is, but it's some type of crab. The lights are pretty weird. Look at that. Or are those lights? It looks like some type of huge shift. And it's cloaked. But it goes near the moon. Check it out. It looks like some type. Look at that, y'all. Tries to zoom in and it goes black. Check it out. Look at that. Nice. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. That's real close next to the moon. That's not a plane, y'all.
I don't know what that was. That was glowing really bright. It could have been CGI, but I don't know. That was glowing really bright from both sides.
Is about to allow people without high school diplomas or GEDs to enlist. Here's why. In October, the Navy announced that it fell short of its recruitment goal by over 20%. Every branch fell short of their goals, but the Navy is about to try something that the Army tried 2 years ago. They're going to allow those people to join without GEDs or high school diplomas, but under a couple circumstances. The main one is that they have to score a 50 or higher on the ASVAB. Me personally, my ASVAB score is 69. Nice. So if I were trying to get in today, I would qualify for that program. But how much is this really supposed to help? I'll tell you. The Navy officials are saying that this should open the door for about 2,000 more new recruits. The Navy also recently raised the max age to join from 39 to 41 years of age. This year, they're also bumping up the maximum bonus from $50,000 to $75,000 if you take a nuclear job, being in a submarine with nukes, stuff like that. As I said earlier, the Army has already tried this. In 2022, the Army got rid of its requirement for a high school diploma or GED, and then they stopped shortly after that. It was not working out for the Army. I forgot to mention that even though the Navy fell short of its goal by over 20%, their new goal for 2024 has raised by about 4,000 sailors. They got big goals with the Navy. With these new set of requirements, do you think it'll help or harm the Navy overall? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'd like to welcome the Prime Minister back from his $80,000 vacation, which he got for free. He said, like most Canadians, friends welcomed him for that vacation. He took two, not one, but two private jets paid for by the taxpayer, burning 100 tons of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. He wants to tax the heat and the food of Canadians. Did he pay the full carbon tax on each of the 100 tons of emissions that he put into the atmosphere as part of his $80,000 vacation?
Speaker, the Conservative leader has simply no plan to address climate change in this country. Warming climate causes droughts. Droughts damage crops. Damaged crops increase the cost of groceries. And yet, the Conservative Party cannot even agree on whether or not climate change is real.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is, man. Everybody wants to argue over the dumb stuff, not the important stuff.
Filmed from a cruise ship near Venezuela in February 2024.
I don't know what that was. It started to look like another boat towards the end, but like it's obviously a light under the water, not another boat. So I don't know how to explain that.
That viral TikTok video goes by Alonzo. Tonight, I exclusively spoke with a woman who says years ago here in D.C., he beat her up when she was homeless, and now she's only sharing the harrowing details with Fox 5. The attack was caught on camera, and we want to warn you, it may be difficult to watch. This is exclusive video you will only see on Fox 5. Police say Alonzo Hebron
says, I do not understand how a human being can act like this. He's a sociopath. He does not have a sense of remorse.
The victim, who wants to remain anonymous for safety reasons, says she woke up at the hospital not remembering what exactly happened to her. She's sharing these photos of the aftermath. Is this the man who assaulted you? Yep. The victim claims Hebron is known as a violent and dangerous person in the homeless community. That's why she says watching this viral TikTok video is triggering.
Well, that's no good. Alright guys, so I got one more for you.
Alright y'all, what's on my mind today? Have you seen this? The Biden administration making slavery great again. Did you know that you too can get tax incentives for applying to keep a migrant in your home in exchange for cooking, cleaning, picking crops, and landscaping? You know, did we not already go through this in history? I remember reading about this in history books. I cannot believe this, because any way you slice this is fucking slavery. You come, you live in my house, you do my bidding, you cook my food, you clean my house, you pick my fucking crops and mow my yards. Whoever in the hell come up with this bill, I don't even know what to say about that. But y'all, what do you think about this? You can apply to have your very own migrant slave live in your house and get tax incentives from the government for doing so. I cannot believe that America's going to let this stand. But I just wanted to make you aware of this. As usual, like, follow, and share. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and have a great day.
I don't think good things about it. I think that allowing people to do that is going against the whole purpose of, getting rid of and abolishing in the first place. You know, it is what it is. Well, that's another video we can drop in the archives. I appreciate all of you for hanging out. Thanks for coming through every video and always hitting that like button. Thanks for all the comments and interactions. It really helps us out. And if you're not subscribed yet, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes, Dino. Okay, Dino.
And tick that notification bell so that way you get notified every time a new live or video comes up, so you can come hang out with everybody. And until next time, peace.